This is Jessie Wilkerson with Sacred Heart Parish, and I'm here to show you how to use your child's Discover Finding Faith in Life folder to learn at home. So the first thing you'll do when you open your child's folders, you'll see that they were sent home with some lesson booklets. These lesson booklets correspond with any of the lessons that they would have received in the class this first semester. So these lesson booklets can also be used to teach the lesson at home. So you start with you've got the chapter number, the chapter title, you've got a scripture verse, and you've got a prayer. Go ahead and start here at the prayer, say the prayer together, and then you're going to read the scripture story. So when you get to the scripture story, you'll find that right underneath the title of every single lesson. And that's when you break out your child's Catholic Children's Bible. It's so easy to find verses in this Catholic Children's Bible. You flip it open to the table of contents, find the chapter you're looking for. This one happens to be 1 Samuel. I find it has a little color next to it. So 1 Samuel here has a little yellow box so that I know that the tab is going to be yellow. So I look for a little yellow tab. I think it's this one. It is. You'll see then the chapter numbers up at the top and along the side. So we're looking for 1 Samuel 16. So I was almost there, and now here I am. 1 Samuel 16. It's verses 10 through 13. All of the Bible stories that are going to come with your lesson have a picture story, about a pull-out story. So if you haven't found it, it's probably one page forward or one page back. Here it is, right here. This is Samuel anoints David as the future king. So this is a great place to start for the younger kids. They can look at the pictures, they can kind of guess what the story is going to be about, and then you go ahead and read it. For the older kids especially, it's great to read the whole story. The whole story is going to be marked out by these little green leaves. This will tell you the whole story of how David was anointed king. On this page you have an abbreviated story, which is fine for the younger kids. But especially as parents, you should probably read the whole story just so you understand the context. So it also has some vocabulary words that might be hard for the kids to understand. So after you've read the story, you're going to head over to this page, which has an article that helps them understand it. This connects the story to some element of Catholic teaching or some piece of their life. Then there's a Live It section. This is a discussion or an activity or sometimes a prayer. And then they are asked to retell the story using these pictures. So after you've read the Bible story and you've talked about it, you've read the 2 articles, you've done a little discussion using the Live It, you can go ahead and go on to the inside of this little booklet. There are going to be 2 worksheets. This first worksheet on page 2 always corresponds with the Bible story. This is an activity that's going to help to solidify the Bible story in their memory. And then the next worksheet is going to have more to do with some element of Catholic teaching. So they can do both the worksheets. Sometimes this worksheet is going to be hard without the teacher guide. So if it doesn't make sense, go ahead and skip it. The last part of the folder is this last page. This is the family page. This family background is probably a great place for parents to read before they do the lesson with their kids, just so that they have a context of what the story might be and how it might connect with the Catholic teaching. It gives them just a better understanding. Actually, that's over here, this family background. These are the family activities. These are going to be things that you can do as a family that flow from your lesson. Usually it's like a discussion or playing a game or reading another story, and there's always a video as well. There's a person of faith. You can talk about the person of faith, and you can also find more about the saint on Google if the saint is really intriguing to you and your child. And then there's another prayer at the end. So it's really very simple, and if you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to contact me, and I hope you have a great time learning with your kids. God bless.